Judging becomes a problem when you only judge other people, when you're looking at other people and you're not learning from those situations. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Twilah Faye, and this is my brand, Twilah Faye. I wanted to talk today about judging people and if it's truly wrong or right. So if you find yourself judging people and you often shame yourself for it, I'm going to get into why you might do that, or why it's actually not problematic for you. So I posted this small little video, a snippet, and I was talking about how it is normal for us to judge people and why in a way it is necessary. Judging people is natural for us. We're going to look around and we're going to wonder, why is that person doing that? Why is that person acting like that? We're always going to wonder those things. That means that we are observing, and that's a natural thing for humans to do. It's also a natural thing for animals to do, and I think of humans as animals. So I think we are doing natural animal things to observe and wonder and wander. When this becomes problematic, at least as a human, is when you're not using it to grow yourself, when you're not using it to grow your own power, when you're not using that judgment on yourself to grow and become more aware of your own lifestyle and who you are. Judging is not problematic if you have self-awareness. So if you are sitting around and you're judging somebody and then you realize, oh crap, I do that in my own life, that's helping you to grow. It's helping you to see the warning signs of how things can become if you don't grow in a situation. So if you are judging people and you start to have these random thoughts of things that you are also doing, you can kind of see what it would look like if you continue, or what it would look like if you don't grow that self-awareness now. That is why it's important to judge, because if we see somebody living a certain life and we're judging them and we're saying, okay, like, I don't want to do that, I don't want to end up like that, that's helping us to grow. Now, you're not always going to end up the same way as somebody else who's in a similar situation, but you can. And that's the thing. That's the thing with judgment. You realize I can easily be this as well. And you start to learn, I don't want to be that. So what patterns can I break? It's even like seeing somebody that's sick and you kind of seen them do the same thing over and over again that was making them sick, and they knew it was making them sick. And then they reach that consequence. And you're like, well, I've been doing the same things too. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to turn out like that. I don't want to have those issues. You're learning how to protect yourself. And if you're not in that process having self-awareness, there is no need for you to judge anybody, because you have not practiced judgment for yourself. You are not judging in observance. You are judging to focus on someone else. Judging becomes a problem when you only judge other people, when you're looking at other people and you're not learning from those situations, when you're not observing with a loving and compassionate eye. And I'm not saying that you need to be harsh to yourself when you're judging yourself, but what I am saying is that when you judge other people, be aware that you should be looking at yourself too and wondering, where can I grow? Practice that. And you'll start to realize that you are becoming a more enlightened individual, because enlightenment is not always about being enlightened about what's going on in the world or what's going on around you. It's about being aware of yourself and the impact that you have in this universe. So be aware of the power and the impact that you have so that you can create your world in a more magical way. Because it is possible. And you can change the world literally by judging yourself. And I'm not saying harshly, I'm saying with love. By looking at yourself and saying, okay, let me assess. Let me put all of these things up here. I give that a 1 out of 10. I don't want to bring that to the next stage of my life. I give that a 10 out of 10. I'm going to keep practicing more of that. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're rating these different behaviors and patterns that you're in, and you're learning to bring more discipline into the things that you want in your life rather than the things that you don't want. You're becoming consciously aware of how you impact your own life and the direction that it's going in. And I think that is beautiful. Okay. If you feel me, make sure that you go ahead and put something in the comment section below just to let me know. I love fairies, I love hearts, I love stars, any of that magical stuff, okay? And I will see you in another video. Bye-bye.